Stringent border control measures and restrictions have curtailed terrorist movements and activities, reducing the number of terror attacks carried out in non-conflict areas. In conflict-affected states, pre-existing trends of significant terrorist violence have continued.
So all the trends that we saw happening before, they've been supercharged, as everything else seems to have been by COVID.
They have consolidated their positions with alienated and marginalized communities and are exploiting crises such as the COVID pandemic to win the hearts and minds of populations by providing basic services to communities, filling the humanitarian vacuum left by the humanitarian actors on the ground.
We've witnessed this quite heavily in western and southern regions of Africa. So we've seen that 7 of the most affected countries of terrorism in 2020 were actually in Africa.
The COVID-19 pandemic has created exceptional conditions for online radicalization and extremist recruitment and has seen a rise in anti-Asian hate and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories.
This global shift online has also impacted financial behaviors, as reflected in the increased use of remote transactions that make it difficult for financial institutions to conduct customers' due diligence and detect potential financial anomalies.
I think we need to be quite open-eyed about the abuse and the misapplication of counterterrorism measures by state actors, the impact that it has on citizens, on civil society, as well as the many human rights violations that are going to continue to be critical as we analyze how radicalization and recruitment are developing.
CTED's analyses also note the gendered impact of the pandemic, which threatened the hard-won progress of previous years. Globally, women are facing a greater care burden and greater economic insecurity. Violence against women has also increased at an alarming rate during the pandemic, both online and offline. COVID-19 has forced many states to delay hearings or extend proceedings, prolonged pre-trial detention, and caused case backlogs. And this has also prevented the victims of terrorism from gaining access to proceedings.
If we're looking at CVE and preventing violent extremism, I think the fact is that states need to be much more honest about their own willingness to understand and address underlying factors, whether they are push factors, pushing people towards extremist activity and ideology, or pull factors gaining, so that are attracting people towards a larger cause.
COVID-19 and terrorism are, of course, both transnational issues, and both must, of course, be addressed through global cooperation. As the full impacts of the pandemic on terrorism and counter-terrorism continue to emerge, it is vital that we continue to hear perspectives from civil society and the research community, including the members of CTED's Global Research Network.